Welcome back to another Theme Park Conductor episode. I'm your host, Theme Park Conductor, and today we are at Disneyland to check up on some updates at Avengers Campus, Disneyland, and right behind me, just announced today, Theme Park IQ, shout out to him on Instagram. Today is the last day for Earl Sandwich at this location. The trailer that they have next to the former ESPN Zone building, that will stay open during construction of the new location, hopefully the final location at Earl Sandwich. But today is the last day for this location for Earl Sandwich to make way for Porto's. Also, behind me, you have these ticket booths over here. These have been closed, and where the old Lost and Found is over here next to the Disneyland gates, that is now where you can purchase tickets. So all these ticket booths right here next to the closing Earl Sandwich location to make way for Porto's. I could see this going behind construction walls probably in the next week or two, so we'll definitely keep our eye out on it. But why don't you and I go explore the magic? And like I just said, these booths right here, all four of these, and I think those as well, are closed. And the location where you find Lost and Found, that's right next to that. That's where you can buy your tickets now, and Magic Keys. These booths are now closed, and this is where Porto's is going to be. So today we're starting out at DCA. We're going to check up again on the Avengers Campus construction, possible Coco construction for the Coco dark ride that's supposed to be going behind the Incredicoaster. But checking out also to see if they have some Christmas decor up. I don't know if they do, but we're gonna find out, but we shall see. Well, I misspoke. Right next to Elias and Company, we have a very tall Christmas tree with probably about 500 to 600, maybe even 700 ornaments on it. Crazy how they put this together. And then right behind me, we are getting ready for Festival of Holidays, which starts next week on November the 14th. So definitely go check it out. They have some good foods this year. I'm super excited. I'm going to be joined by Holo Gelato for those foods, for the food tasting and exploring the 6 booths they have. I wish they had more, but you get what we get. But stay tuned for that video. That's going to be a fun one. So we are at Cars Land for the Christmas holiday. It says Cars Land Seasons Speedings. I love that. And you got some Cars decoration. Absolutely incredible. And it does look packed here today, which is a good thing. You know, like I've said in previous videos and live streams, we are heading towards DCA being a construction zone. So I don't know how much more crowded this can get, especially for the holiday season. I'm sure a little bit more, but not too much more. But we will wait and see. So we are towards the end here by the town of Radiator Springs City Hall, listening to this wonderful music that we get all the time. Absolutely incredible. And we're gonna walk actually down here a little bit to check up on the construction for the new bathrooms that are going here. So we're gonna take a look at that real quick. And then I love this little picnic area. That's kind of cool. But let's go take a look real quick. Got some fans over here of the Dodgers. Congratulations to the Dodgers for winning the World Series. Shout out to the Dodgers. But obviously we can't get to Avengers Campus by here, but you know, all this rebar here, they're building a massive wall, it looks like. And then they're kind of building a new restroom. So it makes me wonder what that's going to look like. But this is the end of the road, so we can no longer go between Cars Land and Avengers Campus. Cannot wait to see what happens. And then as we look over here, we can kind of see the truss system for Stark Flight Labs sticking out here in the Avengers e-ticket. We're gonna get another angle on this, but construction is definitely ramping up for sure, by far. So it's an exciting time to be a theme park fan, especially a theme park nerd. All right, here we go. I'm joined by the one and only Orange Go 55. I ran into this guy. I don't know where he finds me at. He's crazy. But we are in Cars Land at Disneyland at DCA to kind of, vibe check the Christmas holiday season. Right. What do you think about that?
No, I mean, so far so good. I mean, it feels very Christmassy.
Yeah, it does. It feels very Christmassy around here. A lot of sightseeing I'm doing. A lot.
100%. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll leave it. We'll leave that part there. But
a lot of Christmas baddies. We'll say that.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But I want to ask you, out of all the lands for Christmas, what makes Cars Land the most special for you for
I think
Christmas?
Disney has really put it together here, where like they've really got creative with it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's different than just, I don't know, the standard holiday fare.
Definitely.
You know, like even up there, you can see like the Happy Holidays with the white wall tire.
Sure.
It's very, very festive. It's unique. It's different. I love it. You know.
100%. And again, during the day it does its justice, but at night it's a whole separate entity.
It's massive.
It's a whole separate entity. It's beautiful. But right now we're going to walk to Avengers Campus and see if we can see Tony Stark kind of checking out his new attraction alongside his wonderful superhero friends with the Avengers e-ticket attraction. So let's do it. All right. So as we're walking to Avengers Campus, I was joined by Orange Go 55 on his up-and-coming newest episode of Bar Chat. It was pretty awesome. What do you think about that Bar Chat?
That was fantastic. We talked a lot about the festival holidays.
Sure.
Pandora, the upcoming dynamic here at DCA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And is the increasing prices worth what they're like, the experience basically?
Sure.
I mean, like, we're almost at $2,000 for a Inspire key.
Yeah.
Is that worth the experience where like DCA is going to be a construction zone?
Yeah.
For the next 5 years?
Yeah,
and it's crazy, right?
It's absolutely crazy to think about. And we were talking during that Bar Chat as well, even with the two new Avengers attractions coming, Stark Flight Labs and Infinity Defense, the e-ticket attraction we've been waiting for since 2019. Does that justify the price for what they're charging at this park and Magic Keys? Which, again, I pointed out on one of Orange Go's videos in the last couple of weeks. I said the problem I have with it is there's not enough new stuff to justify that type of pricing. And obviously the theme parks do up their prices every year, but it's the way they did it this year is kind of nuts. It's not good.
No, it's not. I mean, when you're charging, a premium, right?
Sure.
Well, and really, honestly, like you're charging more than you used to even a few years ago.
Yeah.
How do you justify that when half your park is going to be shut down due to construction?
Exactly.
But here's the dilemma that Disney's in, where it's like, do you acknowledge that? Because if you acknowledge that, then you're admitting your park is lesser value.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? Like, so what do you do? Like, if you lower the price for DCA,
sure,
you're acknowledging it's a weaker park.
Yeah.
Right now, at least with the construction, Disney doesn't want to do that either.
No.
So they're in a rock and a hard place where it's like you're providing a lesser experience, but at the same time,
Sure.
then you're kind of screwing yourself that way.
Yeah, you are.
So you can't really win. It's a tough call, you know what I'm saying?
It is a tough call, and that's part of the problem I see with everything going on. Now things can change. Josh tomorrow, if he does become the new CEO, he could change a lot for the better. Will he do it is the question. And what will he do it, to what extent will he do it, is another question. Because I know a lot of people were complaining out at Walt Disney World for Epcot, because Epcot was a construction zone for years. And you know, the end result that they got from it, people were not pleased with it. You know,
it was weak. It was really, really weak. I mean,
Yeah.
And really, the Epcot situation is sad because it's a amalgamation, I guess, of like the pandemic.
sure.
Bob Chapek running the show. Barbara Boza, who was running Imagineering at the time. It was a collection of these events kind of all in one. A perfect storm. But at the end of the day, though, man, Epcot really took a beating, though, man.
It did.
I mean, Epcot's a great park, dude, and you're gonna go in parks.
I am.
You're gonna love Epcot. As a Californian, you're gonna love it because it's very, very different. But man, that whole area they redid is not great.
No, it's not. I heard one of the areas, I think it's Epcot, it's something core, community core or something like that. Yeah, it's like almost like a banquet hall where you can host like
Weddings.
exactly. It's not even worth it.
No, exactly.
So it's trash.
They really scaled that stuff back.
Definitely.
All right, so here's the thing with this, right? I really want to get your opinion on this too, Conductor, where it's like, is this whole building, obviously, like, we have the coupon
Sure.
coming, right? What we're seeing right now, though, on shot, on screen, is this all the e-ticket, or is this incorporated with that coupon
So-
that you're aware of?
So as far as I'm aware of, and shout out to many Disney content creators, Mondo from Five Fires, David from Fresh Baked, our good friend Hey Bricky, they've all pointed out at some point or another, this truss system over here, this white truss system, that's Avengers, or that's Tony Stark Flight Labs. So that's the Kuka arm. The rest of it over here and kind of towards the back going behind this campus building is going to be the new Avengers e-ticket attraction. And as we go walk up to the concept art, we'll kind of get a better picture of what we're looking at, because I think the concept art does do a lot of justice. So right now as we sit, they got to add the roof line obviously,
Right.
but the truss line is kind of like up in here.
Gotcha. Now, what do you think? You think that's big enough for, an e-ticket that we're expecting here? I mean,
It's kind of tough in my personal opinion, because the way I look at it is the Kuka Arm's basically a carnival ride. It's not really an e-ticket attraction in my point of view. The back part, it makes me wonder how much screen base we're gonna be having and how much actual physical sets we're gonna be having.
right, and if you look here, like this is the Kuka arm, right?
Yeah.
Look how, and you can see the Kuka arms in here.
Yeah.
This takes up a huge portion
It does.
of what we're seeing back there.
It does.
I mean, I'm assuming this right here is probably the e-ticket, but man, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed in that though. I really want to see the e-ticket take up the majority of the space here. I feel like the Kuka arm is kind of doing the bulk of that.
It is. So the e-ticket kind of looks like it's elongated, not like it's like kind of like what this Kuka arm is. It's a very long building. So that kind of makes me worry. One, if they're going to use it as maybe like a two-story attraction,
Right.
where it's going to go up and down story by story, or I'm not sure how they're going to do this. It kind of worries me a little bit.
No, I'm worried too. I almost would rather them not have done this ride,
Yeah.
the Kuka arm,
Yeah.
and take the money that they would have had, for this,
Oh yeah.
and just poured it into the e-ticket.
Oh, 100%.
Right, because then you can really make sure the e-ticket is a Rise of the Resistance kind of Marvel experience. you can always add another ride later on.
Oh, absolutely.
But you got to nail this.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, like you said, conductor, we've been waiting for this ride, the e-ticket, for what, 2019?
2019.
That's a long time.
And
dude.
probably even longer than that.
Right.
With drawings and whatnot.
Exactly.
Planning.
It was announced in 2019.
Yeah.
But there were rumors, all kinds of stuff before that.
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking at like close, probably like a decade.
Yeah.
So, you know, to have all this space here taken up from, you know, by a kind of like you said, like a bare bones kind of attraction.
Sure.
Like the ride system is the theme.
Yeah.
Very lazy.
Absolutely.
I want to see the e-ticket take over and be the main star.
Absolutely. Okay. So like OG was pointing out, this does take up a lot of space for that Stark Flight Labs. And again, it's a carnival ride in my personal opinion. You know, one of the things they could do, and it's kind of, you know, I don't know how they'll play it. I really don't know how they'll play it. But one of the things I'm looking at is maybe they incorporate the Kuka arm into the e-ticket attraction, where you're kind of riding Stark Flight Labs, kind of getting ready, getting geared up to fight King Thanos and other villains out in the galaxy, and fight alongside your heroes, your friends.
Right.
You know, Captain America, Spider-Man, Thor, Black Widow, and so many others, even Iron Man himself, and trying to, you know, make peace in the galaxy, right? So what I could see is you start in Stark Flight Labs, and then it kind of incorporates itself into the e-ticket attraction, into Avengers Infinity Defense, and you can kind of see both attractions running simultaneously into each other.
That's what I hope too, man. And we talked about that on my channel as well. Like, I think that like if you were to incorporate both attractions into one experience, that would be incredible.
Oh.
This is something that they actually wanted to do with Indiana Jones Adventure. Jungle Cruise was supposed to actually go into that show building. Yeah. And they never did it. You know, I mean, that would be really, really dope. And to bring that kind of idea back,
sure,
and to do it in DCA would be really special.
Now, I do get maybe Disney's conflict with that, because if we transport ourselves into Tomorrowland, they kind of did that with, you know, America Sings, which is now the Star Wars launch bay and a DVC lounge. Then you got the old People Mover track going in between, you know, Star Tours. Then you got the Buzz Lightyear thing. They kind of mixed it all in. And the problem with doing that, it's great if the concept's there. It's great if the attractions last. Right. But if they don't last, here's the problem. What do you do with it on the aftermath? Right. Now you're ripping down a lot of things to correct something that you probably shouldn't have done in the first place.
Well, that's the problem. That's actually a great point, conductor, because a lot of people have talked about that's why we haven't gotten a new Tomorrowland. Because of the fact that People Mover runs through all the attractions. And interconnected. And now the question is, if they rip down Tomorrowland to the ground, to the studs, is the People Mover ever going to come back? And I'm with the offhand Disney on this one. Shout out to him. You know, my whole thing with him is he wants the People Mover to come back. We've seen iterations and design concepts, obviously from third party, not from Disney, that shows that the People Mover could come back. It could be based off Tron. It could be based off Fantastic Four. There's an opportunity there, but are they willing to spend the money or kind of just move on from that? That's a tough call. Yeah, it's not even about just the People Mover itself. It's really about the infrastructure that it's interconnected with. Yeah. You know, and that's the problem. I think most of the issue is that. Yeah. You know, and Paul Pressler, who was president of Disneyland at the time, really screwed us over with that, because if they would have kept it open, they could have maintained it. And we would probably still have a People Mover like Florida does. Yeah. But, you know, they decided not to keep it. They decided to go ahead and, you know, reimagine it into the rocket rods. Yeah. And then they, you know, Tony Baxter, I mean, God bless him, he's a great, I imagine, a brilliant mind. Oh, yeah. But he wasn't given a proper budget to handle that. No. And so, you know, these rocket rods were going really, really fast around non-banked turns, and it just didn't work. Well, it didn't work, first of all. Second of all, the track that they used for it was not meant for something, first of all, that heavy, that high speed, and for those turns to, you know, be executed.
there was no way that was going to work. That's why it kept breaking down. That's why eventually they just closed it down and never brought it back. So I want to ask you, OG, you know, I've talked about it many times before on your channel. You did have a source that you talked to maybe about a couple years ago that said they got hired, their company got hired by Disney to evaluate those people mover tracks. And at the time, you mentioned it, that basically the tracks were not in bad shape as people thought they were, but that was a few years ago. What do you think about now?
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, you that was like 2 or 3 years ago. I did a video with Vash Sky, Dre, and a gentleman reached out to him and I about that, and he didn't work for Disney, but this guy was a like a third party kind of contractor.
Sure.
And his company was, you know, tasked with like looking at the track and seeing if they could actually use it.
Yeah.
And at that time, 2 or 3 years ago, it was workable.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the bad shape that a lot of fans think it is.
Yeah.
So as of now, it's probably the same situation. I mean,
sure.
It's only been a couple of years. It hasn't been that long.
No.
I think that video that I did with Dre was probably like maybe 2022-ish.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been that long. I would assume it probably is still okay.
Sure.
But it's still gonna cost them though.
Yeah, it's
you know, and is it worth it for them?
That's it's gonna cost quite a bit of money.
I mean, if they can spend $70 billion on Fox, they can definitely spend enough to fix the people mover. It's just a matter of priorities, though. You know?
Exactly. Now, obviously, you know, that's probably going to be on the back burner because, you know, we have the 2 attractions, Stark Flight Labs, and we have Infinity Defense. And then on the other side of the park, we have a new Coco Dark ride based off the Pirates Shanghai Disney attraction that we're getting right next to the Incredicoaster where the Pixar Pier gate is, where the parade floats come out for the parades in DCA. And then right across the way at Hollywood Backlot, we're getting Avatar.
Yeah.
So obviously a people mover and Tomorrowland's way on the back burner. But it's still possible, but it's so shoved far down the road. It's like one of those scenes you see in Ant-Man where I forgot, it's like a cell phone or something, and they take it and they point it at something and it shrinks down. And they probably put it on a shelf somewhere. That's kind of what I think Tomorrowland and the People Mover are at.
Oh, 100%.
They shrunk it down and they just left it on the shelf somewhere.
No, you're right. You're right. Because honestly, they got a lot of IP potential out here in California Adventure.
Sure.
Then they got the Symbol lot, which can also house a lot of IP. It's a blank canvas over there. And they also have the Stitch parking lot for Disneyland expansion, which they could do like Frozen or something like that. So there's a lot of heavy hitting IP right now that they would rather tackle. The People Mover just doesn't seem like it would be a priority. Tomorrowland in general. I mean, Tomorrowland really, honestly, is a busy land.
It's so funny you mention it being busy because it's not busy for what a lot of people think it is.
No.
The way I consider it busy, it's the land of the popcorn buckets. You want to go find a popcorn bucket that's pretty rare or it's in high demand, you go to Tomorrowland to grab your popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
That's where they're at.
That's where they're at. So. Exactly. It's busy, but like maybe not for all the good reasons.
Exactly, for the opposite reasons. But
you know what I'm saying?
But again, as we look at the concept art and then we back up here and we look at what the construction looks like, again, I have to shout out to Disney. What amazing progress they've made with these 2 attractions. By far, the rampant speed they've gone, it's almost like Universal status. It kind of scares me a little bit.
No, it is. I mean, this is massive. I mean, they're really moving and shaking here, you know?
Yeah.
Daddy Josh making moves, conductor.
Oh, he's making moves. And, you know, just the mere fact of how big it is, it's crazy. And then off to our right here, we have the Doctor Strange show doing absolutely nothing. Could we see that come back? Maybe, at some point.
Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe turn it into a food court, whatever. You know?
hey, there you go. You have Doctor Strange make us food. Little,
you know what I'm saying, dude?
Do that.
Little Emerald Lagasse,
you know?
Exactly, little Emerald Lagasse action.
And then the last thing I want to point out, like we talked about in OG's bar chat, that big ugly building over there with the kind of blue staircase, that is the Hyperion Theater. And that right there is what I said is a waste of space. That could be another e-ticket attraction for either Avengers Campus or Avatar.
No, I agree with you. And look, you know, I get the idea of having a theater. Right?
Oh yeah.
I understand that. I get why fans want a theater.
Sure.
But they're not using it as a theater.
No, they're not.
So it's an empty shell of an ugly building.
Yeah.
So if they're not gonna put a show in there,
yeah,
and it's gonna be an ugly building.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I don't know what we're doing.
Like, what are we
it scares
doing?
me.
Like, yeah. What are we doing? Like, I mean, honestly, at this point, just shut it down. You know?
Yeah.
I'd rather, if you're not gonna use it, just bulldoze it.
Yeah.
And expand Pandora or expand Avengers Campus.
100%.
Yeah, and if you want to put a show in there, cool, man, that's a whole different conversation.
100%. Yeah, no.
Like, so what are you doing? Why bother, right?
Absolutely. And then as we're kind of passing by this area over here, we got some of the Guardians hanging out. Everyone's just hanging out over here, but we're trying to deviate to the Hyperion Theater and go from there. And as we go through here, the only thing I could say that they are bringing for the holiday season, Disney has confirmed right in the back there, right back there, they are going to bring back the Deadpool Christmas storytelling. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic because Deadpool kind of fits. So his character kind of fits the IP of this park. It's more of adult themed, you know, humor.
And I know a lot of pundits out there on YouTube and what have you were complaining about Deadpool the last time.
Sure.
This is a park that's a little issue. I mean, why have two parks if you're going to have the same kind of content?
Yeah.
I say the same thing about Disney and Pixar. Why have two animation studios if they're going to release the same kind of movies? DCA is not meant to be a castle park.
No, it's not.
So let it be more adult. Let's have Deadpool. I mean, it's not like he was making like sexual. Like,
No.
I mean, it was like, it was still money. You know what I'm saying?
He might not have been making sense, but I have to tell you what, his body language was saying something else.
That's true.
His body language was definitely saying something else. It was actually quite funny to watch him, and I cannot wait. I think, I could be wrong, I think he's debuting on the 14th.
Okay.
November the 14th.
Coming up.
And correct me, anybody who watches this video, but I think November the 14th, he will be in this location. And that also kicks off the Festival of Holidays in DCA and some of the Christmas entertainment in Disneyland. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see him come back out and entertain the guests at DCA.
God bless him.
Oh, man.
He was an amazing guy. Good guy.
Yeah. You know what? Ryan Reynolds, if you ever see this video or anyone connected to Ryan Reynolds, please do another Deadpool. Please do it. Oh my gosh. I you know, when I'm down in the dumps, literally, I watch Deadpool. And it sparks me right up.
No, he's great.
He sparks me right up. But the last thing we're going to check out real quick is the Hollywood backlot, and that will be the end for DCA, and then I'm going to head over to Disneyland. But the Hollywood backlot is kind of like the eyesore of this park right now. It's horrible. It's like literally like Hollywood mixed with Walking Dead. There's nothing happening there. It's like, the heck is this?
And conductor uses the word walking very loosely.
Yeah, I do.
This land ain't even walking. It's just dead.
Yeah, it's just dead.
It's just dead, dude.
Yeah.
There's no walking, dude. It's just dead.
It's dead with a bunch of sound stages you probably walk into and probably never come back out.
Exactly, bro.
So it's creepy. It's definitely creepy. Hey, at least they threw a Christmas garland on there, so at least they're doing something.
Yeah, I mean, let it bro, dude. Let it bro.
That's a perfect saying right there. I like that. Oh my gosh, what a perfect saying right there.
Let it bro, dog.
Let it bro. I love that saying, dude. Dude, they should trademark that before someone else does.
Oh,
Quite literally. And it looks like they have like a little stage over here for Festival of Holidays, so that is pretty cool. So they're still utilizing this land.
yeah. Well, now this is probably going to be the last holiday that we see
Yeah.
for this area before, you know, Pandora moves in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%. Once Pandora moves in, bye-bye Hollywood backlot.
It's a done deal.
Exactly.
Our good friend Alia, and we love Alia. She's an amazing friend. We love Alia.
Sure.
I went on this ride with her, and she loved it. But Alia, I am so sorry, but
Yeah.
it's not long on this earth.
Nope, it's
This
not.
ride is glowing away like the electrical parade, and it's not coming back like the electrical parade.
Oh, no, it's
gonna
gone.
Blow away and just basically die.
Yeah, basically die in a nutshell. And it's actually quite sad, you know. But then again, like I said in the bar chat, that everyone can catch on Orange Grove 55's channel. You know, I said at least they're going to hopefully repurpose a lot of that.
Yes.
So that way it does not go to waste.
Hopefully.
And
I mean,
then,
there's a lot of. Here's the thing. A lot of people talk about like there's no room back there. There's actually a lot of room.
oh yeah,
This building right here is a massive building. You bulldoze this. That's a lot of room. Behind that, there's an additional acres for the bus load unload area. You have the entire Monsters Inc. attraction, which is a huge show building. You have right behind the Festival of Holidays with stage 12,
Yeah.
which is the Hollywood and Dine building, is another massive building. There's a lot of room back here to work with for Pandora. So it doesn't
yeah.
look like it now because it's hard to kind of see past it. But dude, there's a lot going on.
absolutely.
When they start digging into this and bulldozing this stuff, it's really going to open up, and you're going to see just how big this area is. Do you think Philhar Magic is on the chopping block?
So, so not at first. I think for the second attraction they want to put, or maybe even the third attraction, I think Philhar Magic will finally go away. I think for now, I think it was smart of Disney to upgrade the projections, and shout out to Hey Bricky for covering that angle.
Dude, Bricky's awesome.
Oh, Bricky is so awesome.
We cannot emphasize enough how much we love Bricky.
Oh my gosh, I think I've learned more about Disneyland and just the resort in general by watching his channel than I would knowing by Googling on a encyclopedia about the parks.
No, I agree. I'd make Alan.
Oh man, how Ricky, whoa.
I mean, come on, dude.
Ricky, you might be getting a little red over there. I don't know. But no, Philhar Magic probably will last, you know, another probably couple years. But for future expansion of Avatar, I do see Philhar Magic going away because Avatar is way too big of a franchise to sit there and only have either one, if not two attractions in the land. There's just no way. There's no way.
No, yeah, I mean, you see how close Philhar Magic is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think it might be on the block.
Yeah.
Over here, you can see how close Hyperion is. That's why I think Bob's theory
Yeah.
about more stuff being demolished than Disney's announcing.
Yeah.
There's some credibility to that.
Oh, there
To
is.
that theory, because I just feel like a lot of this stuff. Like, how do you even have the Pandora with this building over there?
See, this is where I kind of split ways with Bricky, because Bricky's all like, oh, whoa, they could save this building, but how? It's like an eyesore. It really is. It's like Super Nintendo World. You walk in there and you see the Comcast building. This is kind of like almost the same thing.
No, I agree.
So it's like, how you hide that? You can't. The only way to hide it is get rid of it, demolish it.
Yeah, I feel bad for these girls though. The girl with the Mike Wazowski outfit, the cosplay, like she definitely is going to be disappointed in 2026. I feel bad for her.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, 100%. But again, like I said, if Disney's smart, we're only speculating. We have no confirmation or concrete evidence. If Disney's smart, they will utilize animatronics, props, scenes
They will.
from this attraction and bring it to Monstropolis
100%.
at the studio park.
No, I agree with you, and that's why I think they're shutting. It's all very strategic. I think they're shutting it down at that time for obviously Pandora, but also for that new attraction.
Absolutely.
A lot of the AAs in this building are going to go over to Florida. For that new ride, which is fine. I'm cool with that. You know.
And that's smart of Disney to do that. That's smart of any company to do that. cross-utilize something so it doesn't go to waste.
I agree.
So we'll have to wait and see. But again, shout out to Orange Grove
I appreciate
55
you, brother.
for being on this video, and also allowing me to be on his bar chat series. So I cannot wait to be back and talk more speculation and more theme park stuff.
Absolutely, brother. Yeah, you're always welcome on OG55, dude. You're part of the OG55 family, so you're always welcome on. We'll have you on again very, very soon. Check out the bar chat. Make sure you subscribe to Conductor if you're watching this video, and hit that like buttons.
Absolutely. Now the devil in disguise. I'm gonna head to Disneyland and find out what chaos is going on over there.
Uh-oh.
That scares me already.
I'll do it.
Let's do it. And as we're looking at the front entrance of the Disneyland gates, the Halloween pumpkins of each character, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Goofy, are gone, and the Christmas decor is up and ready to go to be lit. Absolutely incredible how they transform the park from one holiday to the other in days. Absolutely crazy. So I am at the Disneyland Resort now. I know from earlier it's a lot darker, it's more at night, but I just filmed a video on Hollow Gelato. Definitely go check that out sometime tomorrow. It'll be up on that channel with George doing one of his episodes. It was a lot of fun, but we're here at the Disneyland Resort right now in front of Cinderella's Castle, and we're gonna go check out on some updates, not only just around the park, but with Thunder Mountain. Then we got Small World and some other areas that have been currently working on. So we're gonna go check that out. So we are in front of Storybook Land, which recently just got the lights, or I mean, not the lights, but also we got the walls for construction taken down, and it's looking absolutely fantastic here. I cannot wait to go on this, and shout out to George from Hollow Gelato. He was letting us know that they had team members, cast members on the boats, kind of doing a rehearsal, reading from a newer script with the new addition to the Storybook Canal boat ride, which is Tangled, a new element that's going to be debuting next Friday, November the 14th, to kick off the Christmas holiday season. And one thing I noticed that we kind of talked about before this went down was the mere fact that they didn't add kind of like a roof canopy to this area for the line queue. It's pretty interesting they didn't take advantage of that. So hopefully the next time this goes down, they will definitely look at that for sure. So as we look at It's a Small World attraction, they already have the Christmas lights on the outside of the attraction. They have the Santa hat ready to go, and they are gonna, from what I heard during the Christmas season, they are gonna have Tapestry of Happiness playing or projecting on the Small World facade. So very, very interesting, but I cannot wait to ride this attraction once it opens for the Christmas season with the Christmas overlay on November the 14th. And as we enter Mickey's Toontown, one of the new implements and new rules for Mickey's Runaway Railway is you can no longer have a phone on the attraction. So that's something new they implemented. Maybe I could pull my phone out at some point to see if I see the Bigfoot in the water. We'll see. So that's going to do it for our day at Disneyland. I want to thank everybody for joining today's video, checking up on all the updates, and I want to give a big shout out to Orange Go 55 for assisting me on our updates at DCA and including me on his first bar chat that I've been a part of, and I can't wait to do so many more on location. And shout out to George from Hollow Gelato for doing a episode on his channel live on location at Disneyland. So shout out to both gentlemen. Absolutely amazing content creators. Can't wait to do more videos with them, and can't wait to be back here next Friday for the first day of the Festival of Holidays at DCA, and to see other updates, including if we're going to see construction walls at the now permanently closed Earl Sandwich location to make way for Portos, and if we're going to see construction walls around the ticket booths that closed. But I'm your host, Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on Instagram at theme_park_conductor. You can also find me on X at Theme Conductor, and you can find me on TikTok at Theme Park Conductor 1, and every Sunday on Conductor Sunday live stream, where we talk everything from Universal to Disney to the holiday Christmas season at the parks and so much more. And we have wonderful guests on the show like Hollow Gelato, Orange Go 55 with his wild wicked hair, Tommy Toonworld with his world famous food reviews, Jared, our East Coast correspondent for the Orlando parks, and so many other guests. And we have a wonderful time, so come join us. Peace out, everybody.